Hi, my name is Kazan, and welcome to this video. I'm so happy to see you. And you know how I can see you? Well, okay, I can't actually see you, but do you know how you see things out in real life, like trees and cars and people? Because of light. So let's take a look at how we draw light, and how we draw the absence of light, shadow. So, ready, set, subscribe and like, let's go. First of all, I want to talk about some theory, and that's why I've created this blue ball. So let's play with that, and then we'll draw something afterwards. We will start by pretending that our source of light is placed up here in the faraway corner. And because of that, you will have to imagine that the rays of light goes down straight like this. They hit the ball, they hit the ground, and they hit the ground over here as well. So now the question is, how would the shading behave on this ball? Well, I've prepared some here. And as you can see, the light is far away and it gives this very soft edge to the shadow. And it gives a very soft shadow on the ground as well. So what I want you to take away from this is that if the light source is far away, you're gonna get a soft shading. Let's try the opposite down here. This time, our light source will be placed a lot closer. All the way up here. And how will our rays then act? Well, they still go straight down on the ball, but then they go down here on the ground, and they fly over here on the ground. So now you can almost imagine how the shadow will look like down here. It will take up a lot more space down here, and the shading on the ball will be a lot harder on the edges. Let's take a look. So we have it like this. Hard edges here, a bigger shadow here. Let's compare our two balls. So here you can really see how light and shadow acts. You get the soft shading up here when it's far away, and when it's close by, you get this hard shading and a lot more shadow behind it. Okay, so there are some more things to this, and we will get back to that, but that's why I've separated this video into part 1 and part 2. So let's just take a look at another example, and then we're gonna try and draw something, so just stay with me. I really want to talk about what you do if you place your source of light behind your object. So that's what we're doing here. And then once again we can play with our rays of light. And let's see. Okay, they will go something like this. They will shine down on the ground here. They will shine down on the ground here. And that's going to create a huge shadow down here on the ground. Like this. And it's also going to cover up most of our ball. Let's take a look. I have it here. So here you see it. Exactly like we talked about. So now I'm gonna try and play around with shadow here in Photoshop. And I have prepared a character here I'm gonna make shadow on. Remember, I've only shown you these techniques so you have them in mind whenever you choose your source of light and the distance to your object and where you're gonna place it. And here we have our character. I will just try one thing so you can see how I would approach it. Then you can play around with it yourself. Just like before, you need a good image in your mind. Where should we place our light source? And I'm thinking to place it up here in the corner. I'm imagining this is a bit behind the character. Let's check out our light rays. They would go something like this, straight down here, point over here somewhere, and also go down here somewhere. Okay. So now first I'm gonna cover the whole character in shadow. And after that we will think about where the shadow should not be. So you go over here in your layers menu. As you see, I have a layer for lines and for colors. And now we're gonna create a new layer and we're gonna place it on top of colors. Then we're gonna call this layer shadow. And for the settings of this layer, you go up and you choose multiply. Good. And to draw with, we're gonna choose a gray color. Now, since this layer is set to multiply, you'll notice that every time you draw on top of your colors, you get a darker version of this color. And that's how we're gonna create our shadow. Okay? So, for the next part, I want to select all of our color, so I can color it over with shadow. So we do that by going down here on our color layer, and I hold down Control, and I press the layer itself. By doing that, I select everything that's on this layer, as you see. Good, now let's fill this selection out with shadow. I'll just turn these layers on again. And then I grab my bucket tool. Then we tap one time anywhere on the layer and you get a shadow that's covering your entire color layer. And then we get to the fun part. Now we're gonna start cutting out shadow from this layer to define where the light is hitting this character. You just simply use your eraser and you start cutting. And essentially we are coloring with light. So as you see, our light rays are kind of a guide here. And they choose where I should start cutting away this shadow to reveal some more light on this character. So I'll just do this quick. And I do it all the way down here over the face, down on the neck here. And yeah, I'll just add a bit more. Few details here, up here on the goggles. And we just continue on the rest of the character. I'll just do this really quick. We have some lights here on the arm. The light rays would shine through in between here and on the top of the gun. The light rays would also hit down here on the ribcage. And further down here on the waist. We have another light here. I'm choosing to cut away all the shadow from it. And let's see. Yeah, the light would shine through over here on the other arm as well, since it's coming from behind. Just remember, this light is coming from behind. So it's also gonna hit here. And let's see what we're missing. Maybe a bit here and here. And on the side. Yeah. We could go into much more detail, but this is just a quick run through. So that's all I have to say about shadow. Follow me in part 2 to learn a lot more about reflections, highlights, rim light, and a lot more. So remember to subscribe to my channel and also hit that bell so you won't miss the next video. See ya!